What up, folks? I'm Chef Ernie Dangine, and I moved my family here to the Emerald Coast over 26 years ago when my daughter, Whitney, was just a little kid.
And I'm Whitney Cooley, and I work for Scenic Sotheby's International Realty, and I have lived here almost my whole life, and I loved getting to grow up here. So thanks, Dad, for taking me to the area.
Oh, isn't that special? Well, guys, are y'all ready for another adventure with Whitney and I? Whitney, where you gonna take us to this time? Where we going? What's up?
Well, Dad, we are going to one of the oldest communities on 30A, Seagrove Beach.
Wow, that is so killer, right? And let me ask you, Seagrove Beach, is that the place you were telling me we're gonna be going to do the condo? You're doing an open house, right?
I am, and I'm going to need you to whip up some of your amazing
Well, we're going to bring the Chef Ernie flavor, baby, flavor. Well, guys, y'all want to go check out Whitney's condo with the open house? Let's just dive right in. Here we go, Seagrove. Aye. What's up, Whit? What's happening?
Dad, look at that.
Oh, man, come on. I had to bring, you wanted some food for this event, this broke event you're doing. I had to bust out the tuna dip.
Oh, it looks so
Chef Ernie smoked tuna dip. Come on.
They're not ready for all this great.
They ain't ready for it.
Serve.
Yeah, I brought some New Orleans mini muffaletta po' boys with the olive salad, straight from Central Grocery, my dear.
It
so
looks
nice.
Great.
And then look at this kitchen, so nice, huh?
The open concept living kitchen, it's fabulous.
Fantastic. I mean,
Can't wait to show you around.
I can't wait to see it. Let's go.
Let's go. Actually going through a huge remodel renovation of the exterior. So when this place is done, the whole building is going to be white in color with bronze accents.
Oh, wow.
So it is going to look beautiful and
Man.
really pop when it's done. And this unit, like I said, it's the best price unit for sale right now in the building.
Right.
Under $1 million, insane for this beautiful property with this view. It's hard to find, but we're priced right. And
but you're right though, Whitney. I mean, gosh, my goodness, to be in the middle of Seagrove, not only with all the best restaurants right here, right in the middle.
Which you'll have to talk about where we're going to eat.
Well, we working on that right now. Look, it's gonna be a surprise. We're gonna surprise you. But I tell you what, man, the water here, the view here, the location, so secluded back here. I mean, this is real old Florida. You know what I mean? Like, it's not so commercialized here. It's not so like, you don't feel like it's so commercial here. It's more like old Florida, residential. I love it.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. And you're tucked in back here, so secluded. Wow, Whitney, that place is unbelievable. And I'm going to tell you guys, that is no doubt, without a doubt, the best price, best located condo for sale on 38, hands down. It's so large for a 2-bedroom, and that balcony and the view, right?
The view is beautiful. And Dunes of Seagrove has that beautiful stretch of private beach. It's hard to find. It's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the dunes and how you're right in the middle with the 2 pools, man, unbelievable.
Yeah,
I love that, Whitney. I love that. Hey guys, if you're interested in that condo, you better call Whitney fast, because it ain't gonna last long. I'm gonna tell you that. All right, Whit. So every time we do these podcasts about these local areas, you always come up with some really cool fun facts and some history stuff, because I like history. So what you got for me? What you got? Let's go. What you got? Y'all ready, guys? What you got?
Okay. Seagrove Beach is the second oldest community on 30A. This unplanned neighborhood welcomed its first wave of residential development in 1940. Led by Cube McGee and his legendary surfing deer Bambi.
Is that nuts, right? Huh? You ever heard of nothing like that in your life? That's the craziest thing. This guy's name was Cube McGee, Whitney. Cube McGee. Cube, C-U-B-E. That's unusual in itself.
Yeah.
And the guy was really known for being very eclectic, and he was really into nature. In fact, the first buildings that he constructed in this unplanned development, they were cinder block building structures on concrete slabs, and it was nothing but sand and dirt roads everywhere. It was very, very scenic. And at that time, all the wildlife and all the nature came right up to the dunes and to the beach. And the story was that he went everywhere with this pet deer he had named Bambi. Yeah, dude. And the crazy thing is that they called it the surfing deer. You're not going to believe this, because the deer are known in that area for coming out on the beach, and they've kind of learned, and he taught them how to ride the waves and surf at the beach. If you don't believe me, check out this video. It's the craziest thing. Look at this. Is that nuts?
It's nuts.
Is that crazy? You see that?
It's crazy.
You see that? The surfing deer of Seagrove Beach. Where else you going to see that but what's up Emerald Coast, baby?
We got those fun facts.
Is that crazy? I know. That's a crazy one, you know. And then just to think that guy built that out there. And, you know, that's just, like you said, second oldest community on 30A. Pretty cool. What else you got? What else you got? This is fun.
So Seagrove Beach is home to the tallest structure and only high-rise condo on 30A. The 30A landmark, One Seagrove Place.
No kidding. So that's the tallest, only high-rise condo on 30A.
It is. It is the only one.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think right after that, I think what happened was, Whitney, they passed an ordinance, right?
Yes, because they wanted to keep 30A small town.
Right. They didn't want it to be like a big, giant resort condo down the beach thing. They wanted it to be like old Florida and stay that way. Yeah. So you'll never see another one like it, because they passed an ordinance, right, that said you couldn't build anything over 40 foot. So this was the only one built before the 40-foot rule.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's amazing. So, guys, that's pretty historical. And then not only that, what I hear, Wick, is that, you know, over the years, people use that as a landmark, because that's right in the middle of 30A. So people say, I'm right past the high rise, or I'm right before the high rise, right? That's pretty cool. Interesting. Very interesting fact. I love it. Keep them coming. What else interesting facts you got for me about Seagrove?
This one is a good one. So Seagrove Beach has more public beach accesses than any community on the Old Beach Highway. So 30A, Seagrove Beach, the most beach accesses. Now that is a hot topic going on right now. Tremendous
hot topic. And not only that is, you know, I don't know if you've seen a lot of the videos out there, but, you know, a lot of tourists that come down because there's so much private beach in along 30A, that there's always issues with people and beach access.
It is, and this one has the most.
It's crazy to think that in the shortest stretch of a community, which is only 2 miles on 30A, that short stretch has the most public beach access. That's a very interesting and very important thing for people coming to visit this area.
So remember that, guys, when you are looking for where you want to stay on 38, don't forget about our old quaint town of Seagrove Beach.
So cool, right? Very interesting fact. Wait, keep them coming. This is fun. What else you got?
A lot of people do not know this interesting historical fact, but Seagrove was a favorite place to hang out and write music, listen to this, Dad, for Jimi Hendrix and Bob Dylan in the early 60s.
That's crazy, right? You're right, Whitney. In fact, I was able to dig up some old video of Hendrix back from the 60s when he was performing some festivals and concerts in the Florida area, and even some old pictures of them from back in those days. Really cool. And the story is that Hendrix's song "Castles in the Sand" was inspired by his stay here. Is that crazy?
That's amazing.
Crazy, right? That
is so cool.
Crazy. One of the best legendary guitarists of all time. And, you know, they used to travel the coast when they were performing in the 60s. They performed in Miami, Tampa, New Orleans, Mobile. And they would stop off here. You can't blame them, right? How beautiful.
Who wouldn't want to come to our area?
That's right. Scenic. So what else you got, Whit? What else you got for me? What else you got? This is fun.
Okay, so Deer Lake Park is a major attraction in Seagrove Beach. It boasts a rare variety of plants, including spoonflowers, golden asters, and the Gulf Coast lupin.
That's amazing. What a beautiful park. So scenic. And not only that, they have these bike nature trails that go and circle around. One of them's 5 miles, one of them's 8 miles, one of them's 10 miles.
Beautiful.
So if you love that kind of scenic nature adventures, that's your spot. It's just beautiful. We're gorgeous.
You have to check it out.
Got to check it out. A must do in Seagrove when you're there. Seagrove Beach, so much history, so much things to going on. What else you got, Wade? Come on, bring me on.
Okay, so Seagrove Beach, last but not least, is home to some of the best eateries on 30A, including the award-winning Cafe 30A.
Wow, boy, you right there, Whit. Man, you know, first of all, folks, you cannot even think about going to Seagrove without going to Cafe 30A or talking about Cafe 30A and the history of the restaurant. In fact, Whitney, I don't know if you noticed or not, but when we first moved here 27 years ago, Cafe 30A was founded and opened in 1995 by Harriet Cromlin, and it's been a landmark ever since.
Stable, iconic.
Stable. In fact, when you were just a little kid, when we moved here, we used to take the trek constantly to go out there to eat. In fact, one of my old friends from New Orleans, George Barnes, who's a big restaurateur even now on 38, he started his career in Florida there, and I got a really big surprise for you.
What?
Well, you know, I'm really good friends with the guys over at 38. You know me.
Oh,
you know me. I always got buddies in the restaurant business, right? So I reached out to Miss Jackie and my buddy David Kessler, who have now carried the torch from Miss Harriet at 38. And they've invited us to come over, and they're going to let us cook up a little dish with their chef. Woo! And we're going to check out their restaurant and get some of the fun facts and history that they can share with us about the restaurant. Because without a doubt, Cafe 30A is the most decorated, most award-winning restaurant on 38 fine dining. It's a staple, and I'm so excited. This is going to be a great experience for all of us. And not only that, Whitney, while we're there, let's go check out some of the other cool places. Like, we got to go to the Seagrove Village Market and Cafe. Yeah. I mean, that's like historical. It's legendary. It's a Florida institution, basically. Are y'all ready for the adventure? Y'all ready to go to Cafe 38 and go have some fun? I know he is. Let's go! Right?
I mean, the best.
This is like old Florida for sure, you know, sitting outside on the deck here on a rainy afternoon in Florida, because it does rain in Florida.
It does.
And, you know, it's a trip, man, because this place is rocking, you know what I mean? And it's really got great food. It's that's where we get a good lunch here, you know?
Yeah.
And the neat thing about, one of the history things I found out about this place, which I think it's crazy, is that when it was first here in 1949, that the neighbors used to keep all their keys here, like the old little beach cotters and stuff. So, and you know, if somebody would come, they would just come here, like the local store, and say, "Hey, I need the key for number 12." And they
I mean, that is old Florida. Dude, right there.
Is that like old Florida? Like, you know, it's like you don't hear that anymore. That was before they had, you know, management companies and stuff. This store did it for everybody, just as like, because it was the corner neighborhood place on the beach. So cool.
Serving deep fried love since 1949.
Wow, 75 years, right? That's crazy.
Insane. Hey, let's eat. Awesome. I'm starving.
Look at this burger.
Love it.
A good burger. Come on. What's up, folks? Chef Ernie here with Whitney. We're here at the incredible Cafe 38, the most award-winning restaurant on 38 for fine dining. I'm so excited, Whitney, because I get to go in the kitchen with Chef Tim Williams, and he's going to cook up with me some of their iconic dishes. How cool is that?
It's amazing.
I know.
But I think I have the better part, because I get to go to the bar, and we're going to mix up some of their famous martinis. If you know anything about Cafe 38, it's that they have the best martini happy hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess we'll meet back here in a little while, right? Yeah, let's go. Chef Tim, what's up?
What's up, Chef Ernie? How are you?
It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for having me here at your kitchen here at Cafe 38. It's a pleasure to be here. And you know what I love the most about this restaurant? You guys are known for the freshest ingredients, the freshest seafood from the Gulf, and you guys change your menu daily and with the season.
That's
Tell
correct.
me a little bit about your menu.
Okay, well, we try to go with whatever's, you know, the most in season, you know, everything it's top quality, All right, menu very much seafood oriented, being on the coast.
Yes.
Of course, we have a fillet, which is probably one of our #1 sellers. But you know, the local fish are big movers. Snapper, grouper, when we have that, I mean, really moves good. Our crab cakes are kind of people come out a long ways for those.
Yes.
So the reputation of those are real good. It's all jumbo lump, you know, domestic crab meat, and very little filler.
That's right. You can't go wrong. You have the best ingredients, right?
That's correct.
Well, let me ask you this. So, what was your inspiration? Like, what inspired you, or who inspired you to be a chef? I'd love to know that.
All right, well, when I was younger, I was up in Cape Cod for the summertime, break from school, and, you know, I was going to go get a busing job, make big money, hang out on the beach all day,
Wow.
that kind of stuff, okay? And I met this young couple that opened up this inn, and they were from New York, I was from New York, so we met on the beach.
How old were you back then?
I was 18.
No kidding.
Yeah, so.
And you had no idea that you were going to end up being a chef?
Nah, I'd washed some dishes, you know, I made some sandwiches, but I didn't really know what was going on.
Right.
So I knew a little about the restaurant.
Yeah.
But I met these people, and they, you know, they were opening up this inn up there. It had been a German place for like 38 years, so they said, hey, we need somebody to help in the kitchen. I said, well, all right, well, I've made sandwiches, done dishes, but that's about it. It's like, don't worry, we'll teach you. And they were both Culinary Institute of America grads. And, you know, they kind of took me under their wing, showed me what was going on.
And the rest
Did
is
German
history.
food for a year, and then the next year they wanted to do what they changed to what they wanted to do,
Right.
which was all American food.
Ooh.
And at the time up there in Cape Cod, it was all American wine list, which we really never heard of before. Everything was French.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a bold move on their part.
Revolutionary.
And, got some nice press from the Boston Globe. We were open for a couple of months in the summer. A guy came down here, gave us a 4-star review.
Wow.
Went from doing 65 dinners a night to turning 200 people away a night.
And then here you are to end your career, or even finish your career at Cafe 38, the most iconic restaurant on 38, named after it. So excited. So you're gonna cook something up with me today, or what we're gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna do our tuna dish. It's been on the menu for a real long time. Probably
do
not
it.
going anywhere. It's real popular. One of our biggest movers.
Let's
so
do it. Come
today,
on, man, let's cook it up, baby. Show me what you got.
today we're lucked out. We got some beautiful bluefin tuna.
Ooh, look at that.
All right, so we got some nice, beautiful bluefin tuna here.
Look at this right here. This is bluefin tuna. This is the most sought after. What was this a pound, chef? You don't mind me asking? I can't even.
$22. 22 bucks.
Yeah, it's way up there, guys. This is the stuff that dreams are made of right here. All right, chef. Let's see what we're gonna do.
All right, we're gonna coat this in a little bit of black and white sesame seeds. It's got a little bit of soy in it.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and
So, chef, you're
roll
gonna
this in here.
He's gonna grill this and coat it with the sesame seeds right here.
We're gonna put a little bit of salt and
Crusted
pepper
with
on it.
chef?
Yeah, a little crust on it. We're gonna give it a real quick sear. People mostly like to have,
That's right.
you know, the tuna not cooked too much.
That's right. It's just a quick sear, so the flavor of the fish in the ocean stays in it, right?
Okay,
There you go.
exactly. So we're gonna coat this on the outside here, and then we're
Nice.
just gonna throw it on here.
And boy, I love the color.
Give it a little bit of
Chef.
color here. We're gonna give it a little bit of grease here, and then we're just gonna give it a few seconds on each side. We don't want to overcook it. Got a little bit of some stir-fried vegetables. So here we got a little bit of some vegetables. We got some Napa cabbage, some red
Awesome.
peppers, carrots, julienne red onion. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of saute this up a
Like
little bit.
Stir fry salad.
Yeah, we'll make it
with the
exactly.
fish.
It's nice accompaniment with it.
Great accompaniment.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this nice and hot. Then we're gonna deglaze this after we get it cooked a little bit
Right.
with a mixture of some soy sauce and sesame oil. So it's 80% soy, 20% sesame oil. All right. And we use tamari, which is a gluten-free soy. Because we get a lot of people that try to eat gluten-free these
Especially
days.
nowadays,
So
right, I'm seeing that more and more.
Exactly.
Right?
So we
many
went ahead and
people
did that.
into the gluten-free thing, and it really makes a difference once you know it. You know.
All right, so we got a little bit of ground up garlic, ginger, and scallion called GGS. Real nice accompaniment to anything that's kind of Asian style. All right.
That's great. So basically with the fish, what we're doing is we're just crusting the outside, getting a nice coating and crust on the outside, and a nice sear so it stays red in the middle, man.
That's right.
Perfect. Fluffy.
All right, so we're gonna just plate this down the center of the plate. Nice little colorful
Oh, it's beautiful, chef.
medley here.
Love it.
Okay,
Fantastic.
we're gonna put that on there like that.
Man, guys, look at that, guys. Isn't that great? Look at all the color in there, man.
We're gonna go ahead and take our seared fish. We're gonna slice it up. All right, so we're just gonna lay this on top of here, like this. Give it a little bit of some accompaniments. We're gonna start off with a little bit of wasabi. We can get these handy little squirt bottles here to make things look kind of fancy. So we'll give them a little wasabi on the outside.
Look at that, guys. A little wasabi on the outside.
Roasted red pepper puree infused with ginger. We'll take a little bit more of the same mix that we sauteed our stir fry in, that 80% soy, 20% sesame oil. We'll sprinkle a little of that on top. And then we have a little bit of sweet soy, so it's a little bit more of a glaze on here. We're going to put that over to you. So the only thing in this dish so far that we put in here that contains any gluten is this sweet soy, so we can easily keep that off and keep it gluten-free for people. Garnish it with a little bit of pickled ginger right on top.
Woo, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Chef, incredible.
There you go.
Incredible, Chef.
All right.
Aye.
Well, thank you so much, Jackie, for having me here today. So I'm very excited. So I want you to tell me a little bit about you and Dave's venture and taking over this, just amazing restaurant.
Yes. We're very honored and grateful that Harriet left it to us, which was amazing. But she started it in 1995.
Okay.
So May of 95. So we're going on 30 years next year, which is crazy. Yeah. She built it from the ground up. There was hardly anything out here. And one of the main reasons, she originally had Cat and Harry's in Montgomery, which was a bistro in Montgomery. And they would come down here on vacation. And there was really nowhere to eat other than Creolas.
Really wasn't.
Which there was nothing. And she tried to get a reservation one night. And they said 9 o'clock, and she was like, "Oh no, there needs to be more
there
down
needs another
here."
place here.
So she started looking, and next thing you know, it was like I think a year and a half, 2 years later, this was built. And originally the upstairs was an outside open air bar.
Okay.
And then the porch out there was a screened in porch, but since then we've enclosed everything, which is much more beneficial in this weather.
Well, Florida, you never know when it's going to rain.
You never know. You never know. And we use the upstairs now, a lot for private parties and receptions, rehearsals, all that fun stuff. So
when people think 30A, Seagrove area, you can't not think of this restaurant.
Right.
So I just really think it's something special that she built and created.
Definitely.
And then passing it down to y'all. An amazing story.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people out there don't know that full story.
Right.
So
and a lot of people when we tell that story or people find out, they're like, you just don't hear that very often. Like that just doesn't happen. And we're like, yes, we know. And
but
it did. And we're so humbled and grateful for it. Because Dave's been here.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Chef.
Beautiful, Chef. Wow.
This is awesome.
This is what it's about here.
Oh, that looks gorgeous. The bluefin. Beautiful. So Dave's been here for going on 30. I think he's been here 28 years.
Okay.
Maybe 29. I've been here 20 years. So we've worked together for 20 years and it just it evolved into a great business partnership. And Well,
I'm so excited that y'all are having me here, and I can't wait to dive into this food and then these cocktails. You want to tell me a little bit about each one that we've got here?
That's the Pineapple Cosmo. That is one of our signature, always been on the menu. We actually infuse the vodka here in-house with pineapples and let it just kind of
I wasn't actually expecting that taste.
Yeah, I know.
It
looks like a regular Cosmo, but it's got that pineapple refreshing, and we've done that for a long time. But as long as I can remember and before.
And then
every Tuesday, Thursday, it's martini night in the bar.
Okay.
So $6 martinis all night in the bar.
Which
only,
you don't find, guys.
And that's another thing. Yeah, you do not find that on this highway.
No, I don't even think you can get a beer for $6.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But, so you know where to stop, guys. Okay.
Yes. And then we also have our 30A old fashioned, which it's not on the martini menu, but it has become one of our kind of signature cocktails. And we put our own little twist on it. I mean, sometimes we do change up the bourbons a little bit, but right now I think we're using the mixtures, the small batch mixtures.
Well, it looks great too. I'm gonna have to taste this. So guys, not only do we have martinis for the ladies, but we've got the good drinks for the men as well,
yes.
or the ladies that like a little
like our bourbon. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's getting to be a little bit cooler outside.
So.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a little
that's
dangerous.
a little dangerous.
That one's dangerous.
Yes.
Right there.
Well, all of them are because, that's what, 2 martinis and you're feeling great. But Harriet, she used to say 1 martini, 2 martini, 3 martini, floor. So that's why we try not to do more than 3 because they are dangerous. They can be. Yes.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you, Jackie,
Thank
so
you.
much for this. I love getting to know the history and the facts and the amazing woman that started it all.
Yes.
And you know her signature saying now, guys. So don't forget it.
One of many. Yes. One of
Thanks,
many.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, Whitney, how crazy and how cool, how much fun was Cafe 30A, right?
Amazing.
What history, what great food, wine, service, atmosphere, by far the best on 30A.
By far, it's definitely an iconic staple in the area. Seagrove has so much to offer, from the restaurants, the shopping, the nightlife, and of course, you can't forget about Deer Lake Park.
Not at all. Not at all. Well, guys, what a great show. I hope you had as much fun as we did, right, Whitney? We'll see you next time on What's Up, Emerald Coast.